In this session, we'll discuss how to divide a decimal by a decimal. Let's see what our helpful hint has to say about that. First, determine how many decimal places you must move the decimal point to the right in the divisor to make it a whole number. Then move the decimal point the same number of places to the right in the dividend. Be sure to place the decimal point in the quotient directly above the decimal point in the dividend. Now let's try a division problem. We have 15.75 divided by 3.5. So let's write that. 3.5 divided into 15.75. The first thing we want to do is look at the divisor. It's not a whole number. If we move the decimal point one place to the right, that becomes a whole number, which means we have to offset that by moving this one place to the right. Now, once we've done that, I like to rewrite my problem with the decimal point in the new position. So we have 35 divided into 157.5. At this point, it's a good idea, so you don't forget, to put the decimal point in the quotient in the appropriate place. And when we're dividing decimals, the decimal point goes directly up into the quotient, right here. Now we begin our division. We want to divide 35 into 157. To choose our first number, we usually look at the 3 and the 15, and we put a 5 here, because 3 goes into 15 5 times. Then we multiply. 5 times 35 equals 175. Now let's look at this number. This is an important step that you should always check. 175 is larger than 157. That means our quotient is too large. So our first attempt is too large. So we take the 5 and we make it a 4. Now let's try 4. 4 times 35 is 140. 140 is less than 157. So at this point, we can guess that our answer in the quotient is correct, but we won't know that till we subtract. So we subtract, we get a 7 and a 1. Since this number is less than the divisor, 4 is the correct number for the quotient. Now we bring down the 5. And we have 35 divided into 175. Well, we just saw that 5 times 35 is 175, so we put 5 up here. 5 times 35 is 175. We subtract, we get a 0. There are no more numbers to bring down. And when we subtract 175 from 175, we get a 0. That means we have finished our division. And 15.75 divided by 3.5 equals 4.5. So there's two things to remember when you're dividing. First, move the decimal point over in the divisor so that it's a whole number. Do it in the dividend, the same number of places, and immediately determine where your decimal point goes in the quotient and place it there. Rewriting the problem often helps too. So let's try a few problems using these hints, and I'm sure you'll see better results.